Hey Mixers, welcome back to another NBA video. I was up late at a concert with some good concert buddies, so I had a great day. Even though the picks were okay, we'll jump into the recap and kind of go over those. But my teaser did not hit. We did miss 3 out of the 8 legs. We'll go over that as well. So I decided to jump in and do an NBA video because I got home late. The props were up, and I'm going to sleep in, probably sleep through the Germany game tomorrow morning after that good night that I had. So let's jump in and take care of that. Okay, so the best bets only went 2-1 because we're not counting Jalen Johnson. He didn't play. So that wasn't great, but we're still over 60% on the player props for the year. So we're still doing fantastic. James Harden, only had 13 points. He shot pretty poorly, like 4 or 5 for 15, but he had no rebounds. So it was just a bad play. The assist was definitely the play there. And then Victor Wembanyama, Fox just took a lot of shots on his own. Wemby did take quite a few shots. I would have liked to see him take a few more, maybe like over 20 shots, which he didn't. But he also didn't get any fouls. So he shot no free throws in that game, which I don't know if he would have shot 6 free throws, but he might have shot 4 and then one more basket. So he was kind of close there, but just obviously didn't get there. Royce O'Neal was a great call. He had 4 3-pointers. We should have laddered that up just a little bit for some plus money. And then the Josh Giddey under the double-double did hit. And that was some really big plus money. So if you actually played the Josh Giddey double-double, that would have covered any losses that you took from the best bets. I did play it. So, so I had a positive day, including my moneyline parlay here that lost because I just put $5 on it. So I still came out with a positive day on today. The Lakers couldn't get it done against the Hawks, who were starting, all their best players were out, basically. Trailblazers did not win against the Heat, and then the Clippers could not get it done against the Suns. They had a miserable game. We kind of discussed that earlier. James Harden had a bad game. So, unfortunately, that favorites parlay didn't hit. But all in all, I had a slightly positive day today. Hopefully, you did too. All right, the bets for tomorrow. So here's what I'm looking at. There's a lot of 3-pointers props. I know a lot of people don't like to take those. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. They are inherently a little bit riskier. So Jalen Suggs and Derek White to combine for over 4.5 3-pointers made. On the left here, you're going to see this one is Derek White. So on the left, Derek White. He's only been averaging about 2 3-pointers made in each game, which is kind of not what we were expecting. We were expecting Derek White to take like 10 free throws or 7 to 10 free throw attempts per game. And he has been he did that at the early, the first few games, but he has lately been taking closer to like 5 to 7. Head to head against the Magic, he has done pretty well, at least hitting 1 3-pointer in almost every single game. And then this year, he has hit 1 3-pointer in every single game, most often 2. So 2 or 3. And then over here on the right, now Jalen Suggs still on a minutes restriction, so he's only going to play 20 minutes, somewhere right around there. But he was able to get 4 3-pointers made against this same team just barely. So they did combine for 5 in that last game. I think it goes higher. So I think 6 or 7 is actually what we're looking at here. But I'm just going to play the 4.5 line. I actually don't know if you can play it up higher than that. I didn't see an option to do that. But anyway, that is the first one that I like. Keep in mind that Suggs is on a minutes restriction, so he's going to come in and shoot probably 4 to 5 3-pointers. He might make 2 to 3 of them, and then Derek White is probably going to shoot a little bit more, maybe 5 to 7 3-pointers, and hopefully he can sink, about 3 of those. And I think that will get us over this line here. All right, John Morant under 35.5 PRA. I have seen this already move down to 34.5 on some sites, but I got this on Prize Picks just barely at 1:30 in the morning. He's only over in 3 of 9 games this season. He's over in 0% of the head-to-head games. And it's kind of like through the grapevine that he's not happy playing where he's playing. So he might have a motivation issue going on as well. We all saw last year what that motivation issue with Jimmy Butler, him having a tough time on the Heat. So maybe Morant is just that same thing's going to happen with him. All right, so those are just the 2 best bets I have. And then I've got a bunch of leans for you and a bonus bet. So The leans here are DeMar DeRozan over 20.5 points. This is a DeMar DeRozan spot, which is why his points line is a little bit higher than usual. But he's over in 2 head-to-head games with the Kings. So these are the head-to-heads on the left, but 2 of them were with the Kings and 2 of them were with the Bulls. And then he's only over in 4 of 9 games this season, but he has the best scoring matchup of anyone on the team. So Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis, just DeMar DeRozan has the best shooting percentage matchup against this team. So it's a DeMar DeRozan spot. I have seen it at 21.5 as well, so it could be moving in some places. Yeah, I wouldn't chase it. I just wouldn't chase it too high. It's a lean, so I am not even sure he can even get to the 21. I would prefer it at 19, obviously. But maybe he can, maybe he can't. I am playing it, and just because he's in a good spot. All right, Jimmy Butler over 19.5 points. So he's over in 6 of 9 games on the season, so he has been hitting this. He's over in 1 head-to-head since being on the Warriors, which is this game where he scored 20, so he barely got there. I did see Steph was questionable. Also, Steph has a bad shooting matchup, but the last time I said that, Steph had a really good game, and Jimmy Butler didn't. So I don't know what to tell you. I can't predict everything exactly right. This is still gambling, guys. I think I've been doing a pretty good job. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. But my bankroll suggests that I have been doing a pretty good job. All right. The next lean is Jaden McDaniels over 1.5 3-pointers made. Actually, really like this one. He's over in 4 of 6 head-to-heads with the Kings. He's over in 6 of 9 games this season. Also, Anthony Edwards has not been taking as many threes as we thought he would this year. So we thought he might, especially coming off the injury, he might sit back and just take double-digit threes every game. He also doesn't really take corner threes. So Jaden McDaniels is kind of like the corner threes guy, which this team is specifically weak against. So I think that he's going to get his chances. However, I will say this, that he's only getting about 3 to 5 3-pointer shots up. So he's going to have to be efficient with those shots. I think that he can just nail 2 from the corner. So yeah, I like this one. It's for an even payout. All 3 of those leans were an even payout. And then bonus bet here, Kevin Durant over 1.5 steals and blocks for plus money. I got this on Prize Picks as a demon bet, but you can probably find it somewhere else too. He's over in 3 of 3 head-to-heads. That was when he was playing with the Suns. And he had 3, 5, and 3. So he's well over this line. And then he's been over this line in 5 out of 8 games this season. So he has been doing what he always does, which is, probably more the blocks. But he has been getting a steal here and there as well. So I went steals and blocks, and this is a good team for him that he historically has matched up well against on this stat. So I don't think this should be plus money, so I'm going to take it for the plus money. All right, here is the summary for you. Since we just have the 2 best bets, you don't have to do any choosing today, so hallelujah for you. All you have to do, make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and I would appreciate some kind of comment. So any comment will get you in the mix for the cash giveaway for this video. And guys, I just want to say that, we have been on a really good streak over the past week and a half, 2 weeks. There's going to be some bad days. Like today, someone got upset saying today was a bad day, even though I made money today. And if you had played all my picks, you would have made money today. So today was not a bad day. We are going to have a bad day where we miss all of our picks. And that happens. Like it's a reverse sweep. It's going to happen. And so just brace yourself for that. And just keep that in mind, that even the best gamblers are going to have those bad days. I think I was just watching some football, like a football YouTube from some guys at the Action Network who I like, and their target for the year is 58%. So that's their target. They're trying to beat 50%, 58% on their props. I think I told you in the last video, anything over 60 is fantastic. My target is 56% or more. So 56 is kind of like my base that I don't want to go under. So yeah, you can't expect to hit 75% of your bets if you're betting regular line plays. Like it's just not going to happen. And anyone who says they are hitting at a 75% rate is lying to you. Like just track their bets. They're not hitting at that rate. Anyway, that rant is over. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. It is very late. I'm going to go to bed. Hopefully the Germany game sucks because I'm going to miss it because I'm going to try and sleep through it. All right. Thanks, guys.